Welcome to the Raleigh Rugby Complex. I'm Logan Ward, joined here by Nick Clementi. The NC State Wolfpack are taking on the Maryland Terrapins here today. This is looking to be a great game. Nick, what are you looking forward to happening here today?
So both teams are really good this year, especially NC State. They're having some really quality wins. Great day here today. Both teams are kind of shorthanded with injuries, so they kind of rely on their offense a lot today and keep their pace.
And you talked about those quality wins. NC State has had some fantastic wins this season over the Salisbury State Sharks and a bunch of other games, most of the time at Method Field, but we're out here today, Raleigh Rugby Complex. What do you think NC State has to do to win against this quality Maryland Terrapins team?
So kind of, like I said before, they got a lot of injuries today, so keeping the pace, not too much using all their injury in the first half. So, and you're mainly just relying on their offense as well.
Well, it's a great day for rugby. We will be back soon with rugby action for men's rugby here for the Wolfpack. Welcome back to the Raleigh Rugby Complex. I'm Logan Ward, joined here by Nick Clementi. Nick, we get to see a great game out here today.
Oh, yeah.
The weather's nice. Had a little bit of some cold weather recently, but it's a pretty nice day out today.
Yeah, it started out really cold this morning. Gradually gotten warmer as the day gone by. So.
As we have the first kickoff there from Thompson Stockton, as always.
Ooh, big hit by Adrian Corker there.
It's a great tackle there, right off the bat, too. This NC State rugby team has had a great stretch of games recently. They've done a wonderful job every time they step on the pitch, winning every game at Method Field so far this season. But the Terrapins are going to prove to be a tough matchup here today. So we have our first stoppage there. Referee didn't like that tackle there, I think. Be lining up for the scrum here. Wolfpack will be putting this one into play here from the looks of it. And, of course, these scrums can change the tide very quickly. If you win this one, it kind of gives you a little bit of a burst of momentum, per se.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Especially in NC State's energy, they need to keep up in the game today. So.
In their last game, NC State did a wonderful job in those scrums as they win that one and are just pushing ahead rapidly. A great move ahead by Tom Stockton. Stockton, again, usually using he's a great kicker for this team, scores a lot of those points after the tries. As they have a try right there, right off the bat, Mende Carlton, somebody that we've come to expect that from. Mende Carlton just darting ahead, getting that first try there. That's 5 for the Wolfpack already.
Early score for the Wolfpack there. That's what we need out of the gates. Hopefully they keep it up for their whole first half.
And the Wolfpack just do a great job out of those scrums, darting ahead. And when you've got the speed of guys like Mende Carlton, even though you have a little bit of an injury-riddled roster right now, they're doing a good job already, as you can see right off the bat, scoring there in that first minute.
For sure.
Lining up for this kick will be Thomason Stockton. Had a wonderful game last time out. Don't believe he missed any kicks last time, actually. Something that don't always see out here on the rugby fields, but a team will happily take that whenever they can. Stockton lining this one up, taking his time. That one's up. And he got it.
Nice.
Fantastic kick there from Tom Stockton. Lead of 7-0. That's an early start for the Wolfpack there.
Conversion is going to be big today too. So especially since Maryland's going to keep up with them today, they need to convert on everything they can today. And
turning to Maryland now, they lost off the beat of that first one, got scored on early. Do you think they really need to change anything right now, or just keep going with what they're doing?
I'd just say keep going with their pace as it goes. Just don't get too ahead of themselves and just keep their patience for sure.
It's a very early game for sure. This one's moved ahead quickly by the Terrapins, gaining possession of that one. Pushing that one up ahead in the ruck. They come away with it, trying to move quickly ahead, lateraling that one to the side. Good defense by the Wolfpack, catching them there, though. They stand him up. Referee isn't calling it yet, though. Both teams just trying to push ahead. There's the whistle. Possession will be awarded to the Wolfpack there. They stood him up. Great job defensively. Terrapins did all they could trying to push him ahead, but sometimes when you meet a brick wall like that, very hard to break through. Have yet another scrum here. have it there. Terrapins breaking away, trying to dart through. Wonderful job for Maryland there. They're just trying to make something happen. We're at 13. Great speed as they try to push that one through. Nothing doing so far. Wolfpack defense has been good. Have it right there, trying to push it ahead. Number 2 just trying to get through. Just short of the try zone right there. Lateraling that ahead.
Big stop by Adrian Corkery.
Adrian Corkery just with a fantastic hit there. Not much more you could ask for him there. Have him down there. Terrapins have kept this drive going to their credit. Wolfpack have done a good job stopping them so far, but all the Terrapins need is just one break in momentum to push through. Terrapins have it. Lateral to the side. They're trying to get in. They're on the doorstep of the Wolfpack. They just can't break through yet. This defense has been suffocating for them. They continue possession. They're trying to stretch to the other side of the field, and he breaks through there. That's going to be a try for the Terrapins. Great job there of just continuing the effort and breaking through eventually. Again, once you just chip away at that defense, it's hard for them to keep going on all ends, and they manage to stretch the field and get in for the try.
Like I said, I feel like it's going to be like that the whole game, back and forth, back and forth.
These are two strong offenses. The Terrapins are going to be looking to match the Wolfpack's early goal here with this kick coming up a little bit shorter because he got it so close to the goalpost there. Lining this one up. Number 12 for the Terrapins. Lining this one up, looking to even the score at 7. That kick is up, and that's going to be good. Right into the trees behind the sticks right there. Really a power kick there. Great job there, evening the score up. 7-7. This is looking to be a good game. 2 quick early scores for both teams. I expect to see the defenses try to shore up a little bit here, but just really great work by these two teams. Wolfpack kicking this one off here. Good kick. Good spin on the ball there. Going to make it difficult to catch, but the Terrapins field that one properly. Kicking that one up ahead. Tom Stockton's there to recover it. Stockton trying to make something happen. Laterals it aside. Darren Murphy makes something happen. Passes it out to Luke McPherson, who's quickly tackled by the Terrapins. Gus Williams takes it aside. Trying to break that one up ahead. I believe it's Aiden Corkery there. Johnny Robbins powering through. Definitely one of those big power guys that we have on the roster. Doing a fantastic job all season long. Swallowed up there is Darren Murphy for the Wolfpack. Looks like that will be in favor of the Wolfpack. Going to take that one up ahead. Stockton going to line this one up for a kick, it looks like. They have the tee out there. Stockton will, in fact, line up for the kick here. And, of course, having that consistent production from those kicks. Of course, you want to get as many tries as possible, but when you can tack on those 2 extra points after every try, and when you can do things like this where you can kick it from far away, it's very valuable to have a player like that.
Yeah, very vital to this team. Even though they're not the big tries, the body punch is what matters. What hurts the team is the most.
Stockton lining this one up. Luke McPherson back to defend in case this goes wrong. Kick is up.
Just left.
That one is just left there. Unable to get that one through. Had the power there.
Yeah.
Distance was not an issue, but just a little too far to the left like we saw there.
Overcooked it just a little bit to the left there.
Seen some power kicking out of these two teams so far. Said Stockton's name a lot already in the early goings here. He's been a vital part of this team.
I'm sure this team will keep going right back to him. They trust him heavily.
That one's kicked off by the Terrapins there. Fielded by Mende Carlton. Out of bounds. That will be a throw-in. Line out. These lineouts so important. Really, every part of the special teams are for this team. Again, it's all about momentum, trying to get that one breakthrough where you can just break away with the ball. And that can be a big thing here when you can win on all of those scrums, all of those lineouts. It can really change the course of the game. Oh, it's a scrum. My apologies. That one's going to be won by the Terrapins. They break away quickly, darting through the defense. They're going to maul him ahead. Fantastic job there. Trying to push through. They get there on the ruck. That's something the Terrapins have done a good job of. They are recovering on the ruck. They've managed to do a fantastic job just pushing ahead and continuing sustained momentum throughout the course of the game. As they lose the pass there, still come up with it. They tried to kick it, but it was just a little bit too crowded to get off a clean kick. Good job there. Trying to make something happen here. Referee will throw his flag up there. Looks like the Wolfpack will be awarded possession here. I believe that's what's happening at least. That will be a line out this time. Prepare for this line out here, trying to lift their men into the air there. Easy win for the Wolfpack there. Peter McKintow just did a great job. Wonderful tackle there by the Terrapins. Getting those quick, good tackles there is going to be necessary for them to try to stifle this Wolfpack offense as they get possession again. Trying to push quickly ahead. They're doing so. Wolfpack defense is on their heels right now. Continuing to push ahead. Trying to get in close. They're just pushing them forward. Come away with the ruck. They're just trying to move it ahead. No signal from the referee.
Corkery trying to get in there.
Again on the ruck. They're just taking the ruck and trying to move right ahead. They don't have it yet, but they continue to just inch forward every single time they take the ball. Have it right there. Still stopped by the Wolfpack.
Over the top.
Wolfpack have done a great job on these goal line stands. But the Terrapins, with that sustained pressure, like we said, they just continue to chip away, and the Wolfpack can't keep it up forever.
Yeah, they're being very patient and disciplined right here.
Score tied at 7-7. Wolfpack and Terrapins both matching each other right now as he just barrels ahead there. Terrapins are trying to get this last little bit. Wolfpack not giving it to them.
Still not quite in yet.
Looks like they will. Don't believe they got the try there. They were trying.
Close.
Referee just not giving it to them there. Hard to see because the field curves over there, but they were knocking on the doorstep for quite a while. So we have a scrum down there, basically right on the edge of the try zone for the Wolfpack. Wolfpack trying to continue this stop right now. Terrapins trying to get that last little bit to get their try and take a lead here, their first lead of the game. Continuing to push ahead. It looks like the Terrapins will come away with it. And they will have it. Great job there by the Terrapins, continuing to push ahead. Again, the Wolfpack defense has done a good job, but they haven't been able to take possession away. And when they can continue those possessions like that and continue to just chip away really at that defense, I know I keep saying that, but that's really what they've been doing here on those possessions.
For sure, for sure. Field position is also a big thing. Most of the majority of the game has been played over on NC State's end of their defense.
So we'll have another attempt here. This one going to be from a further distance. Score is currently 12-7 in favor of the Terrapins. They're trying to make it 14-7 here with this kick. Going to line this one up. Kickers always make sure they have enough time. Really just sizing this one up. Preparing for this one. Lining this one up. See the Wolfpack defense is ready to try to distract him as much as possible. That one will
Just
not
short.
have the distance. It was a good kick, but again, when you're kicking from so far away, that one's tough.
Yeah, really unwindy day today, so
Air is rather still. Feels very nice outside again. Finally getting a little bit of that fall weather here in North Carolina. Had a little bit of an extended summer of late.
it came long enough, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Take 60 degrees over another 90-degree day
Yeah.
any day of the week. As Wolfpack kicked that one off there. Just going to be popped up, caught by the Terrapins. They've done a great job of fielding those kicks here today. Tackled there, tough by the Wolfpack. I believe that was Luke McPherson coming with that tackle as he breaks up the ruck too. Kicking that one ahead. Going to be the Terrapins. Believe that one will stay in bounds. They get the friendly bounce. Wolfpack kicked that one out yet again. Directly out of bounds. Great kick there. Just trying to disrupt the momentum of the game.
This is another test NC State's defense right here.
And they have certainly been tested here today so far. Those 2 scores for the Terrapins. It's just been a sustained effort. They continue to keep going. And the Wolfpack defense just hasn't been able to match that.
I feel like it's mainly just putting themselves in positions like this, where they're on their side of the field early.
Terrapins come away with that line out. They do a great job pushing ahead. Continue to move this one up. Trying to stretch the field here. Moving ahead, continuing the passes. Have the ruck. Pass the one out. Good stop there by the Wolfpack defense. I believe that was Caleb Gwaltney on the stop there. As the Terrapins get that kickoff, that's going to be fielded by Luke McPherson. McPherson trying to turn up the field. Wonderful tackle there by the Terrapins who get shoved off there. Wolfpack trying to make something happen out of the ruck.
Big possession here.
They need to get their offense going. They haven't had anything here so far today. Their offense has been a big part of their wins so far this season. But I believe this might be some of the toughest defense we've seen. Terrapins have matched them perfectly whenever they have the ball. As he's brought to the ground there. Really just pure power by the Terrapins with that tackle. Moving that one up. Aiden Corkery is met as soon as he takes the ball. Wolfpack trying to make something happen. Give it to Johnny Robbins. Johnny Robbins just powers ahead. That's what he does best whenever he's out here. That's going to be kicked there. Wonderful kick down the field. Fielded perfectly, though. Terrapins were ready for it.
Good open field tackle there.
Continuing to move it up ahead. Lining up the ruck. Something the Terrapins have done a really good job of. Just that speed and that mentality of really just getting to the ball as soon as it touches down. Powering through Terrapins. Showing off a little bit of strength of their own to match Johnny Robbins on the Wolfpack side. Sloppy pass there, though, unable to field it properly. Neat little stiff arm to continue the drive there as he's tackled. Continuing to move that one up. Good tackle there around the legs. Alex Good with the tackle there. Referee will stop this one. Wolfpack we're trying to line up for the ruck. Down 5. Score is 12-7 in favor of the Terrapins right now. They've done a good job on offense. Their defense hasn't been tested as much. The Wolfpack just haven't been able to sustain any drives here so far. They're looking to change that here today with this scrum.
We'll see what they can do with it here.
Lining up for the scrum here. Going to be put into play by the Terrapins, who just get that one quickly and continue to move ahead. Fantastic job. He's continuing to dart forward. Met by the defense finally and brought down on the tackle. Moving that one up. Good job by the Terrapins, pushing him off their man. Trying to line things up. Swing that one outwards, trying to just move it up ahead. Wolfpack win that one. Great job there on the ruck. Something the Terrapins have had an example of is they try to get the quick kick, but that's blocked off of a man's fingers. Referee will stop this one. It's a good attempt there with the kick. Really just trying to change fields at this point. Offense hasn't been able to get anything going, but maybe if they can just stretch the field a little bit more. So we line up for yet another scrum here today. We talked a lot last time about how these scrums can take a toll over the course of the game. A lot of strength, a lot of just pushing ahead as the referee will stop this one again.
Just those small body punches that keep on throughout the game.
Exactly. Trying to keep up the momentum, trying to keep up with the pace of the game. Both teams have done a good job, as I believe this one, they will line up for another scrum here.
This can also be an NC State's favor, just slowing the game down a little bit in favor of them.
Terrapins have done a fantastic job of just continuing to chip away. But again, if the Wolfpack can just slow things down, figure out what they need to do, face of this game can change quickly. Referee doesn't like what he's seeing in that scrum. Doesn't like the way they're lined up. I believe that's what he's taking issue with now. So they're going to lock up yet again here. A little bit of cloud cover here today. Thin layer of clouds. Birds circling the field. Lining this one up. Wolfpack slowly win that one there. Quick dart ahead for the Wolfpack, continuing to move it up. That is Darren Murphy there, pushing forward. Continuing, mauling forward there. Wolfpack continue to push. Just a couple of the Wolfpack there, meeting the entire Terrapins defense.
Slowly getting on the other side of the field. That's big here.
Field positioning will do everything for this team as they look to try to make something happen here. Down 12-7, this game is far from over, still in the first half of this one. Lining this one up. Kind of a low-scoring game compared to some of the work we've seen from the Wolfpack this season, especially that game against Salisbury State. Kind of went back and forth for a while before the Wolfpack pulled away in that one. Continue to swing that one out, moving up ahead. Great job there, pushing forward. Mayo continues to push forward. That's a great job there by the Wolfpack as they get the try there.
Close too.
Mayo just pushed that one up ahead, did a great job. That combination of strength and speed there, just muscling through the Terrapins defense as they get the try. Not much more you can ask for there.
Oh, for sure.
That's another 5 on the board there for the Wolfpack.
Great quick offense right there.
Thomas Stockton is going to try to get this one up and in. Break this tie. Currently at 12. Wolfpack looking to make it 14-12. And again, just little drives like that can change the entire course of a game. As we see there, Wolfpack just took advantage of an opportunity. That's really what the course of the game is going to be. They just need to take advantage of those. And whichever team can take the advantage of the most might come out on top.
Big momentum shifts for sure. Like I said, 1 for 1 here. Let's see if you can make it 2 for 2.
Stockton lining this one up.
My name is Spencer.
This kick is up. And that one's good. Breaking the tie there is Stockton. Perfect on kicks after tries so far today. Score is now 14-12 in favor of the Wolfpack. This game has been pretty back and forth so far. Terrapins had a good 2 possessions in response to that quick score from the Wolfpack. But since it's really just been back and forth, Wolfpack managed to come away with something right there, just finding a hole in the defense and exploiting it.
Right.
But this has really been a give-and-take game so far.
Yeah, not as fast-paced as we thought it was going to be, but possession has been big here. Big momentum shift here by the Wolfpack.
Terrapins are going to kick this one off here. Kicks that one up. It's going to be fielded cleanly by the Wolfpack. Mende Carlton, of course, with that speed. Agility loses the ball there, but it's quickly scooped up by the Wolfpack as they win this ruck opportunity here. Trying to swing this one out quickly. Pushing up ahead. Both teams kind of slowing it down. It was a perfect kick there. Just got it right past his hands. Fielded by the Terrapins at about midfield. Kicks that one forward again. Perfect bounce there
Ball coming right towards us.
A great tip there. Saving the camera equipment there, of course.
Almost turned into a radio broadcast there.
Great save there today. We will have a line out here. Terrapin's putting this ball into play. Terrapin's making something happen here, trying to push ahead.
Great stop by Brandon Corkery there.
Of course, the Corkeries, big part of this team, do a great job. Core members of this roster. That's a great tackle there. Alex Good with the takedown. We have another ruck there. Terrapins have done a good job of just getting out of those opportunities. Wolfpack trying to stand him up. Terrapins managed to force him down, though, as they get the ruck.
Bradley Smith staying in there right now.
Excellent job by the Wolfpack, coming away with it, pushing forward. I believe that was Johnny Robbins on the play there. A lot of passion between these two teams here today. You can see how invested every player is out there. They're all just trying to make it happen for their club. I believe we'll have another scrum here. Had more than a couple of those here today. Terrapins put that one in play and quickly win that one right off the jump. Number 8 coming away, just darting through the defense. He's found a seam. He's running it all the way. He's going to have the try there. Perfect play by the Terrapins to come away with that one and get themselves back into the lead here in this one.
Really made it look easy there for the Terrapins.
Not much NC State could have done to stop it, whereas NC State today has tried to stretch the field, really lateral the ball out. Terrapins have had much more of a take-and-go response in those ruck situations. They take the ball forward and just rush it up ahead. And it's worked out for them in situations like that there today.
For sure. NC State, I believe, needs to anticipate more on that first pass out.
And just exceptional speed by number 8 there for the Terrapins. Not much that NC State could have done to stop him there once he got a full head of steam going there. Lining up for the kick there for the Terrapins. He's missed one here today. 1 for 2 on these after try opportunities. Kicks that one up.
It's the post.
Off of the post. Don't see that too often there. But that one will be no good again.
Like I said earlier in the game, that's going to be a big part, especially with both teams scoring back and forth.
Very much so. And the score will remain at 17-14 in favor of the Terrapins right now. Maryland has really done a great job of pushing that ball ahead. Their offense has really been the key here in this one. Their defense is held strong as well, though. Wolfpack's defense needs to find a way to stop this Maryland offense. They just kick that one up. Caught there by Maryland. Pushing that one up ahead again, just muscling through a couple of tackles. Ball's going to be awarded to Maryland here. Wolfpack bench not a fan of that call. Terp's going to try to kick this one up ahead. Boots that one. Out in the back, fielding that one is Mende Carlton. Mende Carlton continuing to just burst forward. Great job there. Of course, both teams have mentioned down on their roster because of injuries right now. A couple of key members out for the Wolfpack, notably Tabani Mitzi. His power is notably lacking from the field here today. That kick is tipped. Perfectly Luke McPherson. McPherson trying to move it up ahead, but a good tackle there. Stockton moving somebody off of the ruck. Wolfpack continuing the possession. Muscling through.
Brandon Corkery.
Brandon Corkery doing a wonderful job there.
Big
As that
play.
one's rushed up ahead by Mayo, but he loses the ball. Ball just lost there. Wonderful opportunity. So we have some grass come up there. Terrapin's going to be receiving the kick from this one. Stockton lining this one up. Kicking that one directly into the stands. Nobody there to catch that one. That one goes out of play. We'll have the line out here. As this game progresses, what have you liked that you've seen from both teams here so far, Nick?
Both teams have been very, very patient on offense and defense. Both been very strong in the game, not using too much energy so far, so much.
As they line up this line out. Won by the Wolfpack there. Sent over their man, but a beautiful catch there. Ruck gets caught up there.
Ref stops play.
Referee's slow to whistle that one, but that was just kind of a rough tackle in the middle of that ruck there. Referee signals for a timeout, trying to talk to one of the Terrapins here. Trying to plead his case to the ref here. Don't believe we'll have a card here. But just trying to get a little bit of miscommunication ironed out there. Don't want that to simmer over the course of the game. Trying to kick this one out of play. And the Wolfpack will do so. They get a line out relatively close to the try area of the Terrapins.
Great spot for the Wolfpack to be in right here.
Of course, the Wolfpack in their red and black uniforms. Terrapins in a uniform reminiscent of the state flag of Maryland. Of course, that very unique design, prevalent all over Maryland. Of course, their football team has similar jerseys. I kind of like to see the incorporation of the design. It's very unique.
Yeah, I wish NC kind of had that for some of their jerseys, but kind of a plain flag for North Carolina.
That one's lost, picked up by Johnny Robbins, trying to do what he can. Strength, of course, key in those scrums. As they continue to swing that one out, they're just continuing to maul ahead. Winning that ruck there are the Terrapins as they try to just dart ahead as they muscle through a couple of tackles again. Referee's going to whistle that one again. Favor of the Wolfpack. Wolfpack just going to try to kick this one up ahead. I believe they're just going to take this one here, actually. Putting that one into play is Gus Williams as he just moves that one ahead.
Adrian Corker with the try.
Believe that's going to be called off there. Possession going to be awarded to the Terrapins. Wonderful opportunity for the Wolfpack there. Just that little mistake, though, would have been excellent opportunity for Corkery. We're going to have a scrum right on the line there. Wolfpack just need to take this opportunity. Trying to get a score here reminiscent of those early scores for the Terrapins. Just power through and get that score. Terrapins continue to move that one out. Ball's going to be awarded to the Wolfpack. Of course, the Wolfpack faithful out here today. Always fun to see the fans show up for these events, especially for what's technically a club sport. It's a lot of fun to see how many people can get invested in rugby out here. Of course, we talk a lot about how it's a growing sport here, not just in North Carolina, but really the United States.
Oh, for sure, especially the recent championships won by NC State, giving a lot of exposure to the team, moving up divisions, making the competition a lot better.
Of course, that moving up divisions comes with steeper competition, but they've more than met every team they've faced so far. Coach Brian Ketchum has told us before that really they've just got kind of a hunger in Division II that they've brought to Division I, and it's really helped them out so far against some quality opponents that they've beat. Lee Stockton will be lining up a kick here. Another game going on behind us on the field up there. First game of the season played at the Raleigh Rugby Complex here. lining up this kick here. Stockton going to try to tie this one up. Kicks that one,
Great kick.
and it's through and directly into the woods.
That's two he's put in the electrical box over there.
Just right into there. Score is going to be tied now at 17. Really a back and forth game. Wolfpack just taking the opportunity there to tie that one up. Both teams just trying to get that little bit of edge here. They can get a lead here and try to sustain it for the rest of the game. It's a quick little kick up. Good little punt there as that one's moved forward. Called off yet again by the referee as he calls this one back. Aiden Corkery trying to move that one ahead. Referee has called off 2 of those now. I believe that will be another scrum here. They prepare for this one. Putting that one in there. Terrapins come away with it. Moving that one up ahead as he's met by the Wolfpack defense. A good tackle there. Terrapins coming away with that great tackle there by Corkery. He dodges away from it. Corkery had him there, stood him up, but he just muscled out of the tackle. Terrapins continue this possession. What should have been stopped there is that's a fantastic wrap-up tackle by Mayo.
NC State really needs to finish these tackles heading forward.
They've had plenty of opportunities. They just need to take advantage of them now. Lining this one up here. Just taking the ball away there is Corkery. Just took that one directly out of the hands of the Terrapins. That one's going to be kicked up. Caught by the Terrapins. Wonderful job there, but a fantastic tackle there on the sidelines by Mayo. Mayo, of course, with the tackle there. Saving what would have been potentially another try for the Terrapins, had he not. Have another line out here.
Just over the head.
Have a man down. He immediately came up, you heard him. Calling for the trainer here. Didn't see what happened. Check out, I believe that is Colton Woodard on the ground right now. Check him out and hope he's okay. Of course, injury is the danger of any sport here, but you hate to see stuff happen like that.
Looks like it's his knee, Logan.
Right, grabbing his right knee right now. Trainer checking that one out. Saw as soon as he hit the ground, he really just came up. Continues to get that knee checked out there. Both teams using this as an opportunity to hydrate. Continue to get that checked out. Hoping that Colton Woodard is all right here. And he's back up on his feet. It was a bad injury. He's going to try to go off under his own power, but he's going to be helped off here. Another injured Wolfpack member there. Injuries taking a toll on this roster right now. Can ill afford to lose more members, but Colton Woodard going to come out of the game here. It was a rough-looking tackle, right? Not even a tackle there, just a rough-looking injury. As Woodard comes off. Hope that he's all right. Injury out of the way, hoping that Colton Woodard is all right. Getting back into the action. Another scrum here. Both teams have to be exhausted from those here today as the Terrapins continue to move to that up ahead. Good stop there by the Wolfpack. I believe they lost the ball there. Great job scooping that up. Both teams trying to break the tie here in the waning moments of this first half. Still plenty of time left in this game, but with a tied game like this, it really just shows how back and forth this one has been so far. Terrapins muscled that one forward on the scrum there, but Wolfpack will come away with it as they continue to move ahead. Great job there by Darren Murphy, continuing to push that one forward as he passes that one off to Mende Carlton. Mende Carlton using his speed there to break away. Wolfpack trying to continue this momentum they've gained right here, but the Terrapins take it and just kick that one down the field. Looked like that one might have gone out. But a perfect spin on the ball, coming away with that one. Terrapins trying to move that one up ahead. Plenty of opportunities kicking that one forward.
NC State with it back now.
Nobody's picking the ball up. And the ball is going to be awarded, I believe, to the Terrapins down there. That was a quick change in momentum. NC State had something going, but a couple of quick kicks by the Terrapins. They continue to move that one up ahead as that one's fielded cleanly. Lost the ball, but a quick move ahead. Trying to push that one forward. Mayo has it. Powering through.
That was
good
big
tackle.
there.
But a good effort there by Mayo to give the Wolfpack a little bit more breathing room. They give it to Stockton. Looked like he tried to kick that one away, but was met quickly by the Terrapins. Taking that one there. Trying to move that one up. Pass that one through.
Like to see a little bit more passing. Get
Stockton
it
again, moving that one up ahead. What you're saying about the passing?
Passing's big right now. They're kind of taking one pass and going up the field. I feel like more passes around to the team will get them out of the field more quickly.
Good fake on the pass there. Fielding that one, Luke McPherson, but that one will be called. Possession awarded to the Terrapins. Trying to stamp the earth down there a little bit. Rugby fields, of course, getting torn up on basically every play.
A very dry day today, too.
Might be some rain in the forecast later today, but luckily, perfect weather for rugby right now. They move this one a little bit further across the field there, lining up for yet another scrum. Of course, a lot of these here today. We talked a little bit earlier about how it's draining for these players. When you've got so many scrums like that, what do these teams need to do to make sure they just continue to keep going?
Just by taking their time is the biggest thing. Taking most advantage of stoppages of play, and rehydrating.
Pushing that one forward there. Terrapins have done a good job on the ruck and ball here today as he's pushed back quickly by Thomas and Stockton. Met quickly there. Fantastic job by the Wolfpack just being ready. Believe they're starting to read what Maryland's been doing there on those.
Hey, great anticipation there by Tom Stock.
They broke a couple of those quickly ahead. The Terrapins, of course, doing a wonderful job of just moving that one quickly, but just met rapidly there. Stockton read that one perfectly. Only a couple of minutes left here in this first half. Both teams trying to make something happen here before halftime. Referee calling this one, moving to the other side of the scrum. Had a couple of issues with the links up there. Referee trying to make sure that this is as clean as possible as the Wolfpack put this one into play. Definitely want to make sure that these scrums are as safe as possible, although maybe a little bit antithetical to the scrum itself. Stockton has it again, trying to pass that one up ahead. Finds Darren Murphy. Murphy moving that one up ahead. Good tackle there by the Terrapins. Pushing that one forward, the Wolfpack trying to make something happen. Terrapins are meeting them at every turn, though. All it could take is winning a ruck here. Coming away with the ball. Slowing it down now, Wolfpack. Again, not much time left in this first half. Trying to make something happen before we eventually go to halftime. Continuing to move that one forward. Taken away by the Terrapins. Possession going to be awarded to the Wolfpack. Stockton's going to take this, tip it to himself quickly. Trying to get out of play, it looks like, as he's wrestled down, but pops back up. He continues to move forward. Moving through the defense. Thomas and Stockton, fantastic job there. And a great move forward there by the Wolfpack. Terrapin's going to come away with the ball there. They just moved that one up ahead quickly. Didn't even pause for a moment there. And of course, that injury earlier to Colton Woodard giving us a little bit more time here in this first half. Picked off cleanly by Mayo. Mayo moving that one forward.
He's been a key player for them on defense so far.
Absolutely. Aiden Corkery coming away with it.
Great hits there.
Rolling ahead there. That one's going to be awarded to the Wolfpack there. As even as the score may be, the Terrapins have had the advantage on offense. They've really had the position of the field battle won, I think, in this one. Kicking that one out.
Another great kick there.
Wonderful positioning there by Stockton. Fantastic position there. Like you said, just kind of pinning him in there. Wolfpack trying to make something happen. Bradley Smith going to be putting this line out into play. This line out, referee motions for it to begin. Great catch there by Corkery. Mauling that one ahead.
Stopped by the ref. Just short.
Wolfpack have had a couple of opportunities like that, only to be called back. Tipped up ahead, and then just kicked directly out there. And I believe that will be the first half here for this one out here at the Raleigh Rugby Complex. This was a back-and-forth battle, 17-17 right now. Scored in very different ways here so far. But what have you liked from the Wolfpack here so far?
I've liked the patience by Wolfpack so far. Defense should be a little bit better, especially late in half they got it back together by getting more better field position. Kicking has been really good for them, especially on conversions. Like I said, it's been pretty crucial as part to now. Maryland hasn't been really converting their conversions as compared to NC State.
And Terrapins have done a good job here so far. Don't go anywhere. We've got more coming up after this. Great first half of rugby here for the Terrapins and the Wolfpack. Welcome back. I'm Logan Ward, joined here by Nick Clementi. Fantastic first half. That was a lot of fun to watch. 17-17, very back and forth, but both teams succeeding in very different areas. Right now, the Wolfpack have done a great job converting on their kicks and really just doing a great job with their defense, bending but not breaking fully against a stellar offensive showing from the Terrapins. What do you think the Wolfpack need to do here in this second half to turn things around and really break this one open?
They just need to maintain their field position, as like I said in the beginning of the first half, that kind of what they struggled on.
Yeah.
So at the end of the half, they started getting better field position, getting better defense out of that. And another thing is to keep the energy the same. That's the biggest thing.
And the Terrapins, of course, did a great job just chipping away at that Wolfpack defense, getting a couple of really good tries there as they just continue to push ahead through a lot of rucks, a lot of scrums. They've done a great job on those special teams, those lineouts and things like that. But what do they need to do to turn things around this second half and make sure that they win this game?
Just converting on all conversions, kicks as well, keeping the pressure on them, maintain their same energy as they did in the first half is the biggest thing.
All right, well, we will be right back. The second half is coming up. Another 40 minutes of rugby after this. Welcome back to the second half of Terrapins and Wolfpack Rugby here today at the Raleigh Rugby Complex. This one has been a lot of fun to watch so far. Both teams doing very well, but as we mentioned at halftime, very different facets of the game that they need to work on here in the second half to come away with this one.
Great energy by both teams so far. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Seen a lot of passion out of both teams. See the benches involved, as small as they may be here today. Again, injuries taking a toll on both of these rosters, but they've more than made up for it. A lot of people stepping up, notably for the Wolfpack. Mayo has done a great job out there. Caught there wonderfully by Adrian Corkery, I believe that was. Pushing that one ahead. Good job there. Wolfpack trying to come away with it. Good tackle there by the Terrapins. Up ahead, that's going to be Darren Murphy taking that one out wide. Trying to make something happen here. Continuing to push that one up ahead. Those quick rucks is something we saw early on as Mayo just continues to push through. Loses the ball again, though. We saw that happen a couple of times in the first half, and it happens again here as the referee blows that one dead. But he could have had a great opportunity there. Credit to the Terrapins, though. They punched that one away from him. But again, we were talking about that. Mayo has definitely made his presence felt on this field today. A lot of fun to watch out there.
Oh, for sure. Kudos to Maryland finishing that play strong, not giving up on it too early.
Very much so. As we have this one now, it's going to be a scrum there, for the Terrapins that they win as they continue to move that one ahead. That's a bad pass behind him as that's recovered by the Wolfpack. As he continues to move that one up ahead, that's Jack Lowe on the recovery.
Let's see if NC State can convert off this.
Brandon Corkery taking that one, trying to move it up ahead. Immediately met by a wall of Terrapins. Flipped out by Gus Williams, trying to move that one up ahead. Tackled quickly. Stockton looked to kick it, as he always does, as that's Luke McPherson trying to push that one up ahead. And he has the try.
Wow.
Another quick first try of the half for the Wolfpack.
They need to come out the gates here in the second.
They have more than done that there today. That was a great job by Luke McPherson of continuing to muscle through the tackle, just unable to bring him down. Luke McPherson, just a fantastic job there. And of course, that comes back to the depth of this team. Seeing a lot of him here today. He's been really present. So we have Stockton's going to line up for another kick here. Been pretty good here today. Made it after both tries so far. And he also had a kick for 3 points early in the first half as well.
Setting up here as more like a Johnny Sexton type kick here for Irish national team.
Lining this one up. Thompson Stockton. Taking his time. You always see him size up the goalposts. Kicks that one up. And just doesn't quite have the distance there. Going to fall a little bit short and to the right there. Again, we talk about how this is a little bit of a bigger field than they're used to. Of course, method field, not exactly a regulation rugby size. So a little bit of an adjustment period here at the Raleigh Rugby Complex.
Yeah, not too many games being played here. This is the only rugby pitch here all in the whole state of North Carolina, just about a few of them, but this is the only one located here in Raleigh.
Of course, the home of the Raleigh Vipers. We saw them taking on a team from Charlotte earlier before this game. That one is caught there Both of the Corkeries combining for that one. As he continues to move that one up ahead, Brandon Corkery drops that one behind his back to Mende Carlton. Carlton's going to take that one the distance. Fantastic try there for the Wolfpack all around. Great play there by Brandon Corkery. That little drop-off pass behind his back is absolutely fantastic, and Mende Carlton just puts the cherry on top. Great job there by the Wolfpack all around as a team.
Gotta love the physicality by Brandon Corkery as he keeps muscling it through, and even the versatility to pass it off to his defender. Or his teammate, sorry.
I'm still stunned by that pass. That was absolutely fantastic. That little drop-off behind his back using his left hand. Terrapins didn't even see that one.
Another tough kick here from Tom Stockton, but let's see if he can get it.
Only missed one after the try, of course. That's 2 quick tries there for the Wolfpack coming off of that first one. Really, I think that's the play of the game there. That pass by Brandon Corkery to Mende Carlton. Really a combination of power and speed right there.
Wolfpack sure are going to miss him next year.
Very much so. Stockton lines it up. That kick is up, and that's just a little wide left.
Great effort there by Tom Stockton.
He's always got the distance on the kicks. Just a little bit too wide left on that one. That's really the difference in this game, as the score is now 27-17 for the Wolfpack. Those kicks have really made a difference here. Of course, the Wolfpack going into halftime only had 2 tries to Maryland's 3. But when it came down to it, Maryland couldn't get those kicks after the tries, only making 1 of 3 in that first half. As they kick that one off there. Good kick. That's going to be fielded by Mende Carlton. Carlton passes that one off immediately to Gus Williams. Gus Williams flips that one out, pushing that one up ahead. The Wolfpack continue to muscle through, met by a couple of Terrapins there. He gets back up and continues moving. Good tackle up there, but it was a little bit up around the neck. Aiden Corkery there with that one. Trying to push that one up ahead.
Gotta love NC State keeping the floor, gas on the floor here.
Pushing that one through. Of course, both teams down a couple of players, so we may not see as many subs as we usually would out here in this one.
Yeah, only 1 sub today due to injury.
Attempt at a steal there for the Wolfpack. That was Peter McKenthlow trying to just take that one away from the man on the ground, but unable to get that. Referee's going to award possession to the Terrapins, as that one's just going to be kicked directly out of bounds. Not a clean field from the stands, but good kick out of bounds. Going to have another line out here today. Been pretty even on the front of lineouts here so far. Whichever team has thrown it in has generally come away with possession here. With the line out here, too, has been very accurate on his passes. That one is won yet again by the Terrapins. Great job there on the lift.
See if Maryland can convert on this.
You can see the predominantly white jerseys of the Terrapins getting dirtied over the course of the game. Pushing that one up ahead. Continuing to move. Good work right there.
Brandon Corkery trying to strip the ball through him.
A little bit of a tangle up down there between some players away from the ball. Nobody injured, thankfully. Pushing that one up ahead. Maryland has continued this possession. They're trying to make something happen. After giving up 10 points to the Wolfpack here in this second half, they're trying to make something happen as the Wolfpack come away with it again. Mayo moving up, trying to find someone to pass the ball off to. He finds Mende Carlton yet again. Mende Carlton yet again
Just too fast
with another try, using that speed to his advantage. Fantastic try for him.
Bring the ball back to center, making an easy conversion for him.
Mende Carlton with another try there.
Really utilize him here in the second half.
That's 2 back-to-back right here for him. That blazing speed just catching everyone off of guard. our player of the game against Salisbury State, definitely showing why he earned those honors in that one. Making a strong case again here today. But again, on that play, Mayo did a fantastic job there, just finding the open man with the pass, continuing to muscle through his tacklers,
Really
or would-be tacklers.
Really starting the plays for him right now.
This has been an all-around effort for the Wolfpack here today. Terrapins have just been unable to answer to the changes made in this second half. Lining this one up. Gets that one through.
Easy conversion for Thompson. Second right there.
Stockton getting his third conversion of the game there. He is now 3 of 5 on tries today. Score is now going to be, I believe, 34-17 after that successful conversion. They line this one up. 34-17 will be the score. Looks like referee having words with Darren Murphy after that one, as that play is going to be kicked off yet again by Terrapins. Strange kick on the ball. Referee's going to call that one back there. A little bit of a slow period here, but the Wolfpack have used their speed really here in the second half to break away some big gains. Maiden-Day Carleton has absolutely looked fantastic out here. What did the Terrapins need to do to turn this around here?
Like I said, they're kind of doing the same thing that NC State was struggling with in the first half, I believe. Kind of giving the ball away to them too easily and not staying patient on defense and offense.
Aiden Corkery going to take that one. Looks like that kick did not go far enough for Maryland here. I believe we might have another scrum here. One of the first ones of the second half.
I believe this is where Maryland's really been struggling with in the second half.
The strength of the Wolfpack has been on display in these scrums of late as they win that one. They continue to move that one out ahead, passing that one forward, met by the Terrapins. Great job on the tackle. Three of them coming together there as that ball is stripped away. Pushing that one forward. Terrapins are trying to make something happen. Pushing that one up ahead. Good job there. Possession is going to be awarded to the Terrapins, but that was a good job by the Wolfpack of stopping what was a good job by the Terrapins of stretching the field. Going to be another scrum here. Maryland trying to get a couple of big breakaways like the Wolfpack have had, as that's a good kick ahead. Not fielded cleanly there by Jack Lowe. Passes that one across the field to Luke McPherson. McPherson trying to push that one up ahead. Rolling over. Wolfpack trying to field that ruck cleanly.
They really need to get back and try and help back on there.
Powering through. Some of the few substitutes for this Wolfpack team have made their presence felt here so far. Pushing that one up ahead. Continuing to move that one. Darren Murphy, beautiful tackle there by the Terps. Flipping that one over, he continues to get up and move. Ball's lost there on the ruck, but they fielded up. Lateraling that across the field, trying to make something happen. Aiden Corkery trying to strip the ball away there. Terrapins are getting out in space, trying to make something happen. Fakes a pass, finally flips this one out. Going to be stopped there by the Wolfpack. Pushing this one up ahead. Good stop. Wolfpack have had some solid defense down by their try zone, especially in those last couple meters. They've done a fantastic job on defense.
This right here on the field is where each team's energy really shows.
And the Maryland Terrapins have done a fantastic job of getting down here, but they haven't converted of late. The Wolfpack defense has really figured them out in these short zones. Terrapins have done a good job out of the ruck, just pushing straight ahead, using the maul to their advantage, but just nothing working for them here so far. Line up yet another scrum here. Both teams lock up here. Wolfpack have done a good job of muscling through here as they come away with this one. Looks like the Terrapins just tried to push ahead. No call yet from the referee.
Big change of possession.
Wolfpack come away with it. Just stopping the Terrapins come away with it there.
Just short of the try line.
They're trying to make something happen. They're so close.
He's pushing through.
They haven't gotten the ball down yet.
Knocking right on the door here. See if NC can hold him out.
Wolfpack are just doing a great job here, trying not to give up that last little inch. And they come away with it there. Fantastic defense from the Wolfpack.
Big play there by Brandon Corker. Let's see if he can keep going out of here.
Both of the Corkeries have done a great job in this one here today. Referee's going to call this one an award possession to NC State. That was a stellar defensive
Huge
possession
stop
for them
NC
there.
State, yeah.
That's got to be disheartening for the Terrapins right now. They need a score desperately, down 34-17. Knocking on the doorstep there, just unable to get that one through. Fields that one, diving catch. Great tackle by Luke McPherson. Terrapins pushing that one up ahead. Trying to get out in space, get a little bit of room. Finds a zone, pushing that one forward. Misses on the pass, but he scoops that one back up. Mayo just unable to get the tackle there. Terrapins have it.
Mayo really just in every play right now.
Definitely been a big part of this team's success here today. Pushing that one forward. They're mauling here. Good job by the Terrapins of pushing that one ahead. Possession going to be awarded to the Wolfpack yet again, though. They've done a spectacular job of standing up the ball carrier. Maryland just searching for answers at this point in this one. I believe we're lining up for yet another scrum here. Wolfpack going to be putting this one into play yet again. They haven't lost any of their scrums here so far. As I say, they lose it right there. Great job by the Terrapins, just getting out in space. Jukes him out. Trying to push that one up ahead. Number 7, muscling through. Great tackle there for the Wolfpack. Trying to get possession. Terrapins will come out on top on that one.
Great hit there by Johnny Robbins.
An underrated presence. Johnny Robbins has done a great job here today. Pushing that one forward. The Terrapins quickly met by 2 Wolfpack defenders. Referee's not calling this one, but he has been stood up in the arms of 3 Wolfpack defenders. Still no call. Referee just letting this one play. Caught there, passed out. Terrapins trying to make something happen. Just didn't have enough men to fling that one out to. Pushing this one up ahead. Both teams really just scrapping for the ball at the bottom of that one. Coming away with it is the Wolfpack. Great job there. I believe that was Aiden Corkery coming away with that ball. Great job there.
Wolfpack pushing forward here.
Peter McCuntlow coming away with that one. He's trying to get on the ground. It's a high tackle, but no call there. Play continues. Slow to get up there. Couple of members of the Wolfpack. met immediately. Basically goes down the same location as the last one. Both teams seem a little gassed, but right there, Darren Murphy just continuing to push that one up ahead. Wolfpack continuing to move the ball forward. Their offense has looked good. Stockton passes that one off, muscling that one up ahead, nearly loses possession, but manages to hang on there. Slowing it down a little bit now. Wolfpack just trying to find another score to get this one even further out of reach. Passing that one out.
Great hit there by number 2.
Continuing to move that one up ahead. There's been some great play by the Terrapins, but this second half has been very unbalanced after a very equal first half. And what do you think the Wolfpack have really changed here to make this happen here so far in the second half?
I believe that they're just taking advantage of Maryland's weakness. They're kind of realizing they're losing some energy, so kind of just keeping the pedal to the metal here.
You see fatigue starting to set in for these two teams here. Wolfpack kind of just standing up here, see the referee talking to a member of each team. Darren Murphy and number 2 for the Terrapins. A little bit of a stoppage in play right now as they try to get things ironed out here. But the Terrapins' offense that we saw in that first half has just been neutralized there by the Wolfpack here in the second half. They just haven't been able to find any way to get through that defense here in this one.
Darren Murphy getting his team back in check here.
We will be locking up for another scrum here. Very back and forth here with these ones today. Really, whoever puts this one in play in the scrum is coming away with it so far. As they lock up here. Terrapins come away with it here. Trying to stretch the field, move it aside, and they're going to kick this one out of play. Good kick there. Trying to just change position on field. So we're going to have another line out. Possession will instead be awarded to the Wolfpack. Believe he kicked that one out, but not past the 22-meter mark. So that will be another scrum, I believe, here, as they line up for another one here. Feels like the energy of this game is slowly draining away. I think both teams are just trying to end this one as quickly as possible. This half so far has been all Wolfpack. Their offense, especially Mende Carlton on those 2 quick tries, really just all-around dominance. But what can't be overlooked is the additions of Brandon Corkery. Corkery has done a fantastic job. That one pass to Carlton behind the back, one-handed, really changed the momentum of this game.
Oh yeah, both utilizing his speed and power, especially on that one play in the first half.
Pushing this one up quickly are the Terrapins as he kicks that one up ahead. Going to be fielded by Luke McPherson.
Gets a bad bounce out of bounds there.
Looks like that's going to be, I believe that's a line out over there on the far side of the field. As they line up for this one. Seems like both sides are dragging a little bit here now. Kind of slow to get into position.
Yeah, both sides getting gases. Like I said, there's not many subs today, so.
Referee going to call this one back. Going to redo this line out here. This one's on the ground now. Both teams trying to come away with it. Wolfpack continuing to ruck this one forward, doing a great job there. Mayo just
Big
continues
play.
to barrel ahead. Whenever the ball gets in his hands, he's made something happen here today.
Another great line
Good
there.
tackle there for the Terrapins. Pushing that one up ahead quickly. It's going to be Gus Williams putting that one ahead. Mende Carlton coming away again. Manages to find somebody.
Even though the Wolfpack have been low on energy, they've really been keeping the up-tempo beat.
Their tempo whenever they do have the ball has been very good. And their defense, especially that one stop on the try line. Can't ask more from their defense here in the second half. They turned things around from that first half very quickly. Kicking that one up ahead. Trying to find a man. That's going to be tipped back out. Terrapins trying to find a seam to run through. Wolfpack defense, as tired as both teams have been here, has held strong. Referee going to talk to the Wolfpack here. I believe he didn't like a high tackle on the other side of the field there. Don't believe we've seen any cards here today. Nothing too rough. And that one has gone into the woods. Believe that makes 5 here today.
Hopefully we can get that one back.
2 of them going into a nearby electrical generator and 3 into the woods. Believe that one's recovered. They try for the line out there. That's going to be won by the Terrapins. Terrapins continuing to push that one up ahead quickly, trying to change the momentum of this one. They get a quick ruck.
Great tackle there by Darren Murphy.
Continuing to swing that one up ahead. That pass is a little bit behind there. Great tackle by Mende Carlton, just hanging on to his back. Terrapins trying to find an infusion of energy at this point as that pass is just going to go sailing out of bounds. That was a sloppy offhanded pass.
Those are the plays Maryland can't afford to do, especially late in the game here when they're trying to come back.
Just nothing doing there. Carlton's going to flip that one in. Corkery pushing that one up ahead.
Another
He finds
great
Carlton.
pass.
Just nobody from the Terrapins on that side of the field as that one's going to be another one for Mende Carlton.
Another great run by Mende Carlton. A great, even better pass by Adrian Corkery there.
Carlton has come alive in this second half, scoring 3 tries.
I really think Mende Carlton found the speed slot over here on the left side.
Just a great play for him today. You can't ask more of him. His speed has been really a game changer for this team in the second half. As they come ahead now, it's 39-17. Stockton is going to try for another kick here. Struggled a little bit with kicks here today, but still all around, he's done a great job. He's definitely been present on the offensive side of things, making some solid passes, being a facilitator for this offense. Stockton lines up the kick. Stockton lines this one up. I believe a stoppage there. Referee talking to somebody as that one is up and in for Thompson Stockton.
Luckily that one came back into play there.
Can ill afford to lose another one in the woods there. Score is now 41-17 here in favor of the Wolfpack over the Terrapins. This has really just been the tale of 2 halves. Wolfpack and Terrapins were pretty back and forth in that first half, neither team giving up an inch. But here in this second half, we've seen what the Wolfpack have done to really get to this point in Division I rugby. They're just making things happen right now and winning by a score of 41-17. 24 points scored in the second half. There's little more that you could want from them here. As Mende Carlton, who just scored that try, fields that one, flips that one over to Gus Williams. All the way down the field. They're going to lose that one, but Mayo picks that one back up, trying to move it down the field. Pushing that one up ahead. That's going to be taken away by the Terrapins. A great steal there. Tackled strongly. Terrapins trying to push that one up ahead. Strong tackle by, I believe that was Mayo on that one. Terrapins Ball's out on the ground. Going to lose that one, but he's going to continue pushing that one up ahead. Terrapins have been in this situation more than a couple of times here today, but in the second half, they haven't been able to convert on any of them, as that one's loose yet again. Drops that one, but he darts through. They find the open lane.
Just short of the try line there.
Great tackling by the Wolfpack here, but that will be a try, I believe, for the Terrapins there. Their first one of the second half. Never too late.
Finally getting their foot through the door there. Let's see if they can convert on the conversion here.
Managed to make that happen. It's going to be 41-22 now as they try to convert this kick. A little bit of a further kick, but they've certainly struggled with those here today. Going to be lining this one up again. The Terrapins looking to convert on their second after try attempt here. As he kicks this one through. And he gets a good solid kick there for the Terrapins.
Right down the uprights there.
Split that one perfectly. Score is now 41-24 in this one. Good try there for the Terrapins. That looked like a different possession than what we've seen out of them in the second half for the most part. They haven't been able to get any consistent momentum going here. But that play right there gives them at least something to hang their hat on here in the second half.
Yeah, big boost of energy. That's what they need right there.
Wolfpack still have a very big lead in this one. Leading by 17 right now. Terrapins need to make something happen here. I believe we're coming to the close of the second half. Wolfpack continuing to move that one up ahead. That's Johnny Robbins just plowing through the defense as he continues to move forward. Utilizing that strength to move forward. Pushing that one up ahead.
Wolfpack really utilizing their strength right here.
Terrapins need to find a stop here as Thomas and Stockton just moves that one through. Finds Darren Murphy. Believe they're just short here of another try. That one's going to be stopped by the referee.
Wolfpack knocking on the door here.
Possession awarded to the Wolfpack.
Crowd wanting Mende to score it here.
I believe he's got his own supporter session here. He's done a great job scoring 3 of the 4 tries here. Trying to zip that one out there. They're going to find Mende Carlton. And Mende Carlton gets another try.
Just what the crowd wanted there.
He's had an absolutely incredible half here. A little bit quieter in that first half, although he was still making things happen. Played more of a facilitator role, passing that one around a little bit. But Mende Carlton here, just an absolutely fantastic job in this second half. We have Stockton lined up for yet another kick in this one. Score is now 46-24. Lining this one up. Stockton taking his time here. This one a little bit more of a difficult kick for the right footer. Lines this one up. Stockton kicks this one. It's up.
Looking good.
And it is no good. Just missed that one. 46-24 right now. Deficit of 22 points. The game's never really over, but this one is going to be a difficult comeback for Maryland, especially with the little amount of time remaining here.
Yeah, NC State really just pulling away here. Even though if Maryland scores, NC State just has another answer right for them.
Terrapins just seem to be out of energy. They only brought, I believe, 24 members, their coach said to me. So a little bit underhand as Brandon Corkery jukes a man there, continuing to plow that one forward. Great job there. Moves it forward.
Big hit there.
Coming away with the ball. Terrapins come away with it. Great tackle. He loses possession. Terrapins continue their attack. Trying to make something happen here. Lose that one. Off the ruck. Trying to swing that one out. They're just going to maul ahead. That really might be their best option at this point. Can't field that one cleanly. He loses that one. Great. He is met by two members of the Wolfpack almost instantly. Caught there. Swung out by the Terrapins. Tackle there. Both Corkeries here on the tackle.
Strip the ball.
Recovered nicely by the Terrapins there. Number 3 coming away with the ball. Taken away on the ruck. Can't come away with it cleanly. Great job. Good defense by the Wolfpack there. They just stopped that one in its tracks. They met the ruck head on. Stopped that one before anything could happen. Yet another one here. Another scrum. Wolfpack putting this one in play. Looks like that ball got knocked out of the scrum. Going to try to put this one back into play. Lining this one up now. Going to be Gus Williams putting this into the scrum. Coming away with it. Wolfpack going to try to zip this one out quickly. Stockton to Mayo. Mayo just plows ahead.
Hit. Great hit by Mayo there.
Laying people out offensively, just running through them.
Seems like almost every possession we see another guy down on the ground from Mayo.
Pushing that one up ahead. Stockton's just going to kick this one. Fielded cleanly by the Terrapins. Pushing that one forward. He's got a seam. Tries to zip that one towards the pass. Finds the man. They're going to keep moving it forward, but going to lose possession of that one. I believe that's going to be Wolfpack ball. But how both teams congregate here. I believe we have another scrum coming up, actually. Gus Williams going to be putting this one into play yet again. Passing that one out ahead. Stockton finds McPherson. McPherson has a lane. He's moving it forward.
Big opportunity for stay here.
With the pass to Jack Lowe. Jack Lowe passing it out. He finds Mende Carlton. Mende Carlton shakes off a man.
He's going.
Passes it back to Jack Lowe.
What a great pass there.
Mende Carlton has it again. Passes that back to Gus Williams. Gus Williams. That ball's on the ground. Thomason Stockton finds it. He's going to go in there for another try. Thomason Stockton getting his first try of the match. That was really just a team effort. Everyone coming together for that one. Great job there by Stockton of giving himself an opportunity to kick this one through right here.
NC State really not letting up here late in the game.
Score is now 51-24. Wolfpack running away with it at the end here. So they try for an additional 2 points right here. Thomason Stockton lining this one up. Kind of an odd angle to be kicking for the right footer as he sizes this one up.
Wind feels like it's going right to left here, so Could hurt this kick a little bit.
Lines up the kick. Stockton's kick is up, and that's going to be wide left.
I
Had
bet
the
that one on the win there.
Wind definitely had an effect on that one. Been a pretty still day for the most part. A little bit of a stiff breeze throwing that one off. Great kick. He's always had the distance on it, but the angles have just been a little bit tough on the kicks here today. And the same goes for Maryland, really. They haven't converted on as many, but they've had the opportunities. I believe the biggest step up in this second half was the Wolfpack defense. They've really stepped up their game.
Yeah, all around defense and offense is up tempo and then being patient on defense as well.
Kicking this one up. Fielded a little oddly by Alex Good. Alex Good trying to push that one up ahead. Great tackle for number 8 of the Terrapins. Maryland trying to win this ruck. Pulling that one ahead. They've got the ball. Kind of a tough battle between these two teams right now as they try to push this one up ahead. Terrapins trying to come away with another try here. Down 27 at this point. Zipping that one out. They're trying to find an open lane. Met by Mayo. Tackled there. Continuing to move that one up ahead. The Terrapins trying to get another try. They're knocking on the door. Pushing that one up ahead, trying to just power through. Great tackle there by Aiden Corkery. Almost got it. Referee not signaling yet. Trying to make something happen, just darting ahead. Met by the Wolfpack defense rather quickly.
Wolfpack really not giving up here, even late in the game.
Only one try for the Terrapins in this second half. They push ahead. They're trying to maul through. Wolfpack defense has been standing strong here. Terrapins just dart through. They find an open seam, and that's going to be another try. Great job there by the Terrapins. Just, again, that sustained effort, just keeping it going. That's another 5 for them there, as it looks like they just kicked that one through. Converting both of their attempts after tries here in this second half.
Yeah, giving them a little bit better position on kicks here on the conversions.
Score is now 51-31 in favor of the Wolfpack over the Terrapins. With such little time left, don't think there's going to be much of a comeback at this point. But still, Terrapins not giving up in this one. It's going to be kicked up. Caught there. Great job by the Terrapins. Pushing that one up ahead, trying to find a man. He slips through one tackle. He dodges through another. Their line's been a little rough. But rain is beginning to fall here. Mauling this one ahead. Mauling that one backwards, actually, or the Wolfpack pushing the Terrapins back. Maryland is trying to get something going here. This one continues to go. Pushing this one forward. Going to be a little bit of a scrum here. Had a lot of these here in the second half. Don't believe as many as the first half. We had quite a few of those.
Plays slowed down a lot this half. That's kind of what we thought would happen. Kind of low energy, slower play.
Of course, one player who just hasn't seemed to slow down, Mende Carlton, believe our player of the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Undeniable. Mayo comes very close, though. He had an excellent game, seemed to be present both on offense and defense. Star player, and that will do it for this one. final score of 51-31. Just an all-around domination in the second half for the Wolfpack. They did a great job in this one.
Another great win for the Wolfpack. All-around game. Kind of started out a little bit slow at the beginning of the game. Kind of pulled it together halfway through the first and really finished strong today.
And the Wolfpack continued their string of success now that they're in Division I, certainly earning their spot here. Don't go anywhere. We have more post-game coming up after this. And that will do it for this one. By a final score of 51-31, the Wolfpack come out on top of the Terrapins. That was really just a fun game to watch. The offense for the Wolfpack came alive and their defense held strong against the Terrapins. Terrapins never really seemed to figure things out, but what do you think the Wolfpack did really well there in the second half as opposed to that first half?
They really started off fast in the second half, kind of came out slow in the first half, so it's kind of something they came out better in. Defense was a lot better, more patient, more resilient, especially at the end of the game, and just all-around play was a lot better for them.
And looking ahead, what do the Terrapins really need to change up here now that they've lost this one? Really just time to look ahead. What do they need to change up going forward?
Yeah, hopefully they won't have as little players as they did this game. But next time, I guess, work on having more energy throughout the game and staying together as a team more so.
Another solid win for the Wolfpack here in Division I as they continue their hot streak now that they've moved up from Division II. Don't go anywhere. The rain is starting to come down. We'll try to have some interviews for you next. Welcome back as the rain continues to come down here at the Raleigh Rugby Complex. I'm joined here by Coach Ketchum. Coach, that was an offensive performance shown by your team here today, 51-31, that second half especially, just seeming to come alive. What really changed between that first and second half that really got the offense going?
Well, we changed some things in our game plan over the last couple of weeks, as we're not always the biggest team on the field, and we've had some injury issues playing head-to-head with some big guys, so we wanted to get some new guys in, change up the style a little bit, throw something at them they hadn't seen yet. And they came out and played hard, and we didn't have our legs under us quite yet, getting used to the new system and getting used to some new guys and some new positions. But once we got it figured out, it was pretty much a track meet. Setting Mende up on the end for a whole lot of scores. He'll have to buy all new hats now, I think, because none of them will fit.
And again, those new guys, what do you really like that you saw out of them today? You said you had a lot of new guys coming in, trying new positions, injuries, of course, taking a toll on the roster. What changed, and what do you think they did really well here?
Well, I had a couple guys that are experienced guys in new positions that just do whatever I ask them to do, and they do great, like Darren Murphy and those guys. But I had a couple new guys come out there, and it wasn't just today. They're at practice every week. They're asking me what they can learn. They're watching games. They're watching video. They're here early watching other people play. So it's just to see that kind of love and commitment that's why I'm still around rugby, is for that kind of love and commitment. It's great to see it continue. So.
And again, another hot start win for this team in the Division I level. What do you guys have coming up next after this?
Well, we've got one more game away against James Madison up in Harrisonburg, our final conference game. And hopefully, if the chips fall correctly, that gets us in either second or third in the conference. And then we have a play-in game to make it to the national playoffs. So I think it'd be amazing with all the guys who graduated and moving up a division to make it even to the playoffs. And it's in our sights. So we're pretty excited and looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you for joining us, as always, Coach. I'm Logan Ward for PackTV, bringing you into the Pack.